There everyone, today I'm going to show you how to cut out some rubber stamps that don't come on blocks. So these are my Miss Anya stamps that I've been looking forward to getting for a while. And you'll see they just come on the rubber stamp that comes on this foam backing, that this peels off, and then this isn't sticky, but it will just adhere to your acrylic block. But it's already stuck down to the rubber, so all you need to do is cut around it. But the best way of doing that is to cut as close as you can, get to the design without actually cutting into it, and do it in short snips and keeping them straight. So you want to make sure that your cut stays perpendicular always, and you don't want to ever cut like this or cut like this. This foam backing really needs to be at exactly this angle, so that when you're pressing down on the stamp you have equal compression across your whole design. So what you would do is you take your scissors, and keeping them as straight as possible, just literally snip in as straight as you can. These are not the best scissors to use, but I don't have any better ones at the moment. So you're just keeping it straight. Go as close in as you can get without wrecking the design. So snip, snip. So you'll see here that I'm keeping this level. Doesn't look the neatest, but trust me, it's the best way for when you actually come to use the stamps. Tempting to want to cut around it like you would cut around a decoupage piece, but don't do this because you'll end up not having it straight. So basically what you're trying to do is get rid of as much of this as you can without actually cutting into the design, because if you remove as much of this as possible, there's less chance of you getting any ink here that will appear on your stamp design. So if this bit is removed, then it can't be inked. So that's what you're aiming for. But you've got to do all that without cutting into the design or damaging it in any way. And then all you need to do is get your acrylic block, peel this backing off, which you can just discard, you won't need it again. Drop your Miss Anya on there, and you're ready to stamp. So I'll just show you again with this next design, keeping as close into the design I can without wrecking the design. I'm not moving my scissors like this at all, I'm just snipping. You can get proper scissors for doing this, but I don't often buy rubber stamps like this, so I really couldn't justify the expense. But it's fine, these are working. So you're literally just cutting in short, straight snips, like so. Start from the bottom again. Almost there. So again, I could probably take a little bit more out here, but again, you must keep it straight. And there we go. So you can see here that I've kept this straight and as flat as I can perpendicular. I've not come in at an angle like this or an angle like this, and all this means is that when I'm pressing against, so I'll show you here, when I've got my acrylic block and my stamp is stuck to it, which we can show by peeling this backing off, stick my stamp to here. And you can see when I'm applying pressure from this side, the pressure is going through the foam all the way around, and it's applying even pressure to this design all the way around the edge. If I had cut at an angle here, then this edge would have a slightly different impression, and or you'd end up with something that was like a darker impression, or even worse, a lighter impression where it was no longer getting the pressure to stamp the image. So it might not look the greatest because it's not exactly cut around your image, but it does work. And I'm just going to cut out my last design now. Just peel this backing off, and you won't need it again because you can store them either on acrylic blocks if you've got enough of them. I don't store them like this because I'm constantly using my acrylic blocks, but I tend to store them in CD cases or on just anything that's plastic that I can punch and put into a ring binder, that kind of thing. Just so they're accessible but kept safe, so they're not just lying around where the rubber design can get damaged. I would definitely advise, if you're going to be buying a lot of rubber stamps like this, to invest in some actual rubber stamp scissors, because as brilliant as these scissors are, they're both Fiskars and they are both great scissors. They're not meant for this, and you know, you don't want to damage them, and also you don't want to wreck your rubber stamps, but I just did them carefully and they're fine. They've come out fine. Anyway, hope this was some use. Thanks for watching. Bye.